Hi, my name is Phillips. I'm a biologist for the city of Cape Coral, and today we are going to talk about some wildflowers that you might see in and around swales and ditches in Cape Coral. It's spring, so now is the time when these little flowers start popping up in the wet areas along the city swales. So first of all, we have this one which you might see. This one is known as oak leaf fleabane. Some people think it's like a daisy. That's a common name for it, but this one typically likes it to be very wet, so you might see this in more of the lower parts of the city's ditches. Another one that we have is the Coreopsis. This is actually our state flower, sometimes known as tickseed, and it's a beautiful little yellow flower. Again, it likes it to be a little bit wetter. Sometimes you'll see it in the drier parts of vacant lots, but you'll see this little flash of yellow and little, almost like a brown center to it, so it's kind of like a cute little flower that attracts butterflies and things. The other one that we have that's yellow is yellow top aster, and it's a cluster of many different flowers. Most of them don't even really open, so the pollen is actually kind of pushed out to the through the petals, so it almost always looks like this. So even though the flowers don't look like they're open, this is the typical stage of it when it's in bloom, but it's also a very bright yellow. Yellow top aster is that one. Some of the ones that have a yellow center is this commonly known as Spanish needle, and again it has the yellow center with the white petals. Butterflies and other pollinators love this one. It's actually an aphrodisiac for many butterfly species, so it actually kind of helps them make more butterflies, if you will. So that's known as Spanish needle. Alright, and another one with the yellow center. This is commonly known as coat buttons. As you can see, it's a very diminutive flower, so I guess it kind of resembles something along the lines of a coat. Yellow flower, white petals, not to be confused with that one I just showed you, which is Spanish needles. This one's a little bit different. The petals don't get as long, and it's sometimes a muted white, not a pure white like the Spanish needle. And lastly, this one's a fun one. This one is Pineland Heliotrope, and it kind of looks like, if you look at the side there, like tentacles. So the flowers kind of pop up along these rows, so it's many different flowers that you see around here. And really, the name of the game with Florida wildflowers is that, of course they're going to be small, right? So right now it's in the middle of the dry season. There's really not much water coming out of the sky, so they have to kind of make do with what little rain we get. So sometimes it's kind of like a conservation of energy thing, where they could just, instead of making these big showy flowers, they'll make a bunch of little ones and kind of still get the pollination. So as a task for yourself, definitely explore the neighborhoods around Cape Coral and find these wildflowers growing in our ditches. Maybe leave a little patch in your yard for pollinators. Don't mow them down completely. And they're beautiful, and we'll have a bunch of wildflowers throughout the city. Thank you.